your boy Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. And how are you all doing on this fine and wonderful and glorious Monday afternoon? Yes, it's a gorgeous day outside. A little cold, a little cool. I'm not gonna say cold. It was cold this morning, but not really burnt. I take it back. It was actually kind of cold, but it wasn't. Many layers of clothing. I need to bundle up my face and everything cold. That's because there was no wind, but it was still pretty cold. But there was no frost, which is good because my credit cards are getting worn out a little thin. I really should buy an ice scraper. I had two. I could have sworn I had two ice scrapers, and yet, whatever. But it's a glorious day, a wonderful day, and I hope I don't break anything. And I also hope that you're having a wonderful and glorious day and that things are going great for you, awesome for you. And while I'm talking about that, I'll go ahead and set things up. Unlike yesterday, as I record this, I don't have background processes running. I mean, there are always background processes running, but a background application running that's hogging up processor time or memory, so it should be going a little bit faster today. Well, my environment anyway. I'm not sure about me figuring out the problem, because it's still a good one, and I haven't quite figured it out yet either. And I didn't spend any time today thinking about it. That's because I was doing a bang-up job at the actual job that I get paid to do. So I am, as far as that's concerned, looking really pretty. I mean, of course, with this face, how can I not look pretty? But I'm looking quite good as far as my paid work. To be honest, I have to slow down. Well, not necessarily slow. Well, yeah, slow down. What I will actually do is probably spend some extra time testing it, and then make sure that I also allocate sufficient time for talking about it with the person who's going to be reviewing it. I've worked with her before. She's a good egg. So I don't expect much difficulty with that. Okay, what have we got here? I want to really jump right into this. Well, I'll set it up by jumping into it, and then I might slow down a little bit. But I'm still a little bit hyper for my training, as you can tell by the jackness. Now, it's not the same type of jackness because, well, yeah, I've done my modified routine now, which is pure bodyweight exercises. So right now, this is just little intervals on my elliptical trainer, and pull-ups and dips and push-ups and chin-ups, and instead of sit-ups, I actually, you know those that little Roman chair thing that you do back hyperextensions on? Well, I do the reverse. So it's a reverse back hyperextension. Pretty much, yeah. I don't go very far down. I just go down just a little bit and then up just a little bit. I don't go all the way up either. Just enough to keep the abdominals under constant tension. Now, it's not nearly as effective as hanging leg raises, and probably not as effective as sit-ups either. But it's something, and I don't want to take the risk of aggravating the back further. So what I'm looking for right now, alright, well, you know, let's, and the dogs have been quiet so far this past hour. I tell you, I mean, I probably could say something to the apartment managers. To be honest, I kind of figure somebody else would have complained by now because they bark at everything. Everything. And pretty late at night, too, sometimes. I've heard them going out at, like, as late as 1 or 2. Because the owners go out and have fun, and unfortunately, well, everyone else in the apartment complex is stuck with it. Yeah, I really honestly would have thought somebody else would have complained by now. But if nobody has, well, I'm sure once my apartment is undergoing renovations, they will get it firsthand. Anyway, so I'm starting up the Bella Music School so we can go ahead and take a look at the problem that we're having again. Yeah, see how much quicker it's coming up now? And before it prompted me 3 times to wait until the bundle was finished, but this time it's only going to be 1, maybe 2, but probably 1. You know what, while it's doing that, I'm going to root around some more. That's not there. I feel like I've solved this problem before. Not not at any point for any of my Freelancer videos, but certainly for some of my other work. Not that. Menus, menu list. That wasn't it. Then I click menu list item. A menu item. That's what I should have clicked. You know what it is? It's around this time that kids are getting out of school. I figure parents would have complained by now. You figure even any moderately trained dog would have settled down by now. But I've shared my thoughts on that before about how well the owners are at training the dogs. You know, I might actually have to Google this. And this is actually taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. Oh, there we got 2. Maybe it's because I was looking at something? Possibly? Okay, yeah, 2. Alright, not bad. Alright, so what we're trying to solve is the correct styling for this. Now, we want the text grayed out, but we don't want the background grayed out. And of course, we have a different style. We want it to look like this, basically. We have a different style because we want to let the user know that they're on that page, presuming that they don't actually look at the address bar. Alright, but the issue is, what I'm having trouble with is, while I have the text grayed out because I overrode the selected style for that element, which is, let's move this over here. Right. I've overridden the text style with color right here, button text selected. The problem is selected. There's a lower level element, which is the list item. So it's menu item, and then within the menu item there's actually a list item. And list item has its own selected style, which is specified in the background color. And it's overriding the background color I specify on the menu item. See, if I undo this, that's how I want it to look. So I have to figure out how to override this child style. And I am befuddled at how I should do that. Because this is where I define the menu item, right? And this is where I override the selected style for the menu item. But how do I override the selected style for the child? That is the question. Root. It doesn't get it from root. I don't override a theme. And I've looked at overriding. I've looked at this part here. Overriding classes, that's fine. Shorthand internal states. Oh, wait, here we go. Sometimes you can't use a pseudo class as the state doesn't exist in the platform. Let's take the menu item component and the selected state as an example, which is what I'm doing. Aside from accessing nested elements, the class's property can be used to customize the internal states of material UI components. So it has a menu item selected and classes. For root, it's using menu item, which specifies the color is black. And selected So I think what's going on here is that when it renders the menu item as selected, it's actually piggybacking off of the root item and doing this. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Or if that, I don't know if that'll let me change the background color. That's the thing. Or maybe it will. But see, I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can use that example. Well, let's see if they... speaking of examples, let's just look at the menu items. Menu and see if they have an example of changing the style. Simple. Selected. Alright, that looks like it. Selected if it equals selected, they don't change the style. That's the problem. Customize menu item. It depends on what they're customizing. Oh, here we go. That looks promising. Okay, that looks very promising. Menu item, class name, classes menu item. Okay. See, you see when it's selected, it uses blue. Okay. Did I see selected here? No, I didn't see selected. Simply when it has focus. That's very strange. But that might be a very good example. That might actually be it. So basically, they define the entire style, but we only need to worry about the background color when it has focus. See, that's very different from seeing selected, you know? Alright, well, let's test it. Menu item. We just need menu item. We're not going to play around with icons. I think in my earlier effort for my client, I did actually go with icons, but I don't believe she liked it. I guess it looked a little busy for her. Alright, so we're only going to worry about... Oh no, we actually want the color. Okay. Theme palette. Primary dark. Dot dark. Alright. Alright. But we need to change. So this style will apply to it when it's has focus, I guess. But we still need to apply the normal style elements to it. So this is how it normally is. It has a contrast text and a font weight of normal. But then when we select it, we set the color to primary dark, and we change the font weight to bold. And we don't need to worry about the icon, because we don't have icons. And the background color, I think, should be... Let's look at what the style is in the palette. Light. That's white. That's shade of gray. Alright, so we'll go with primary light. Though I suspect I'll have to actually reference it like this. And yet in their example, they did not reference it like that. Why am I referencing it like this? I forget why. It's something to do with how it evaluates. Well, we'll leave it like We'll leave it like this, and if it doesn't work, which it probably won't, then we'll just go ahead and put that in there, assuming that's the cause of the issue. Primary light, and then according to the example, instead of overriding that one particular thing here, we just say class name and we give it the full class. Right? Class name. Classes.menu item. And let us see how that goes. Really? I changed you? I don't remember what I would have changed on you. Must have hit the wrong button. No, not that, not that. Actually, let's see if it even rendered or compiled. Okay, it did compile. Yay for me! Oh, sort of getting used to it. This is still the watermelon and grape, although I cracked open a mango, which is much better. Let's open up the console. Alright, so that renders correctly. That's good. And no, I did not take it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So it did apply this style, though. But it did not override that. That's interesting. So what did I miss? Oh. Okay. Okay. You can. Seriously, come on now. Behave. Behave. All right. It is unfortunate, but I believe I see the issue. What is the issue, Freelancer Joe? Well, not so much the issue. So it is. What is it doing? It's making a generic assumption about how it should render these things, right? So I pass it. Right. So I just pass it a string. It says, oh, okay, that's a string. Well, I'll just stuff it into this list item text of my own. What I need to do is actually create my own list item text component. And in said component, I place the text that I want generated or rendered. Which in this case is going to be the menu object title. And now that I am myself adding in a list item text object, I can go ahead and specify the style for list item text. Or should I be using a list item? I bet you I should just put in a list item. There we go. Okay, so I should put in a list item. Said list item will contain the list item text that I was just talking about. Now I don't need to change the list item text style because it properly inherits it. So I don't even need you, I don't believe. Tab. But I will have to override classes. Was it button? Button text selected. All right. And likewise, okay. So that should handle the background for the list item, but we still have to change the style for the text. But that was working on the menu item. So now if I go back up here, we'll change, I was specifying white. Let's just make it blue for the contrast, just to see if that actually worked. We don't need this anymore. Let's see how that goes. Oh, I closed that. I didn't mean to close that. I meant to close the console, but not the entire thing. Yeah, I bet you it's my antivirus program that kicked in. It probably thinks I'm idle because I'm not working in the normal desktop. I'm working in my... Okay, never mind. It just wanted to prove me wrong. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Alright. Reading this? Yeah. You think we'll get success? I hope we'll get success. That would be a very, very good day for me from a technical perspective, both on the work side and the freelancer side, if I actually get this behaving correctly. But, you know, even if not, it's still a wonderful day. Why? Because you're here to spend it with me. Or is it because I'm here to spend it with you? Huh? 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 I wasn't quite ready for the song and dance, to be honest. So, I do thank you for bearing with me if I don't have that same verve that I normally do. Oh, by the way, just in case you're curious, my back is doing much better now. Verbal tick. It is definitely not 100%. I still have that reminder, which actually was kind of what I was hoping for. That not to have a reminder, but that my recovery would have regressed enough that I would only have a reminder that I did something not very smart last week. Wow, this is... surprisingly slow. I almost want to say it feels like my entire... I mean, when I first switched to Ubuntu, it was going quite fast. Oh, you know what it is? It might be because I substantially changed. It doesn't look like I substantially changed, but I did substantially change the code. At least from the browser perspective, so it has to reload it and revalidate it and all that stuff. So that could be what it is. You know what? I really should just be hoping for that it even comes up, let alone that it actually renders correctly. I say that because as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it didn't come up. You know why it didn't come up? I am terribly sorry about that. Oh. Why did it not come up? Because I didn't actually import list item and list item text. So we'll give that one more shot. Real quick. This is everything. Actually, I don't need list. I just need list item and list item text. Right. Alright. I don't use list or list item. Come on. It should, yeah, it grays out what I don't use. Well, not grays out, but it changes the color. Alright. Reloading. Really? I meant to do that, but top bar with styles. What? Button tech. Did I not put classes.button text selected? I did not. Alright, we'll give this one more shot. Come on, baby. Give me the good stuff. Alright, at least it came up now. That would be a good stopping point, but let's see how this goes. Info, staff, click on that. Aww. Really? So there's... Where are you getting your background color from? No, that would just change the text font. List item. Alright, we're going long, but I really want to end on success. I do. Or at least partial success. Alright. Alright, well, we've gone long and I still haven't figured it out. So I'll wrap this up for now. Cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of this Monday, and I hope that you'll join me next time. And I hope that until then, you take care and God bless.